Jujutsu Kaisen Chapter 250 dropped earlier today, and it goes without saying that this chapter was one of the very best ones that we have seen over the course of the last few weeks. As you know already, Yuta has now joined the battle against Sukuna, and this fight has now gotten more exciting than ever before. Yuta immediately expanded his domain against Sukuna towards the end of the previous chapter, and it was only a matter of time before he showcased the amazing abilities of his incredible domain. The very beginning of JJK Chapter 250 was an explanation of how Yuta's domain actually works. As you know, Yuta's domain expansion is called Authentic Mutual Love, and it is this domain expansion that has Sukuna on the back foot at the moment. This is simply down to the amazing abilities that Yuta's domain expansion carries. Simply put, Yuta's domain expansion makes his copy technique fully unrestricted. While this is the explanation that was given in the previous chapter, it wasn't until JJK Chapter 250 that a proper explanation of how it truly works was provided. Essentially, Yuta's domain expansion makes him capable of using any and every technique that he has copied to the best of his abilities, as many times as he wants. Yuta can take any copied cursed technique and apply the sure hit effect to it, making it so that this attack lands, no matter what. However, this can only work for one attack. Not every ability that Yuta has copied gets the sure hit effect applied to it, which also makes a lot of sense. All the other techniques that Yuta has copied manifest themselves as the many katanas that are aligned inside his domain expansion. These can be used infinitely, and Yuta simply has to pick up the katana to gain access to this copied curse technique. However, one downside is that Yuta does not know which katana holds which cursed technique. Only after picking up the katana does he finally find out which cursed technique he has. After that, Yuta can apply the cursed technique in battle against his enemies, and once it is done, the cursed technique dissipates. Essentially, these swords are meant for one-time use, for the most part. However, they can be used again and again if Yuta picks them up again. Since the swords are infinite, more than one sword can hold the same cursed technique, and Yuta simply never runs out of any cursed technique that he has copied. All he has to do is simply pick up the sword again and utilize it again. In JJK Chapter 250, Yuta utilizes his amazing cursed techniques to the absolute maximum. Not only did he make use of Shikigami and slash Sukuna when he tried to step out of its, but he also made full use of sky manipulation and dealt many powerful blows to the King of Curses using Thin Icebreaker. At the same time, he made use of the ability to see the future to avoid his many powerful attacks and counterattacked accordingly. Yuta made use of his amazing reverse curse technique to heal from any damage that he took from the King of Curses. Sukuna himself is wary of the fact that Yuta has the ability to use Jacob's Ladder, using which he can extinguish the cursed object inside Megumi and free him from Sukuna's control. While Yuta was doing all the heavy lifting, Yuji was preparing himself for some deadly strikes on the King of Curses. The next question is, how did Yuta copy Sukuna's cursed technique? While Sukuna has a tough exterior, his soul is unguarded, and that is exactly what Yuji is attacking at the moment. Every strike that he takes from Yuji lowers his cursed energy output, and at the same time weakens his control over Megumi. Sukuna himself mentioned the fact that taking more of his attacks would be dangerous, and then if Yuta used Jacob's Ladder, it would all be over in an instant. It is clear for the fans to see that Yuji's soul capture ability is immensely important here. It is only through his powers that Sukuna can be separated from Megumi's body, and when that happens, their mission will have been accomplished. Fans can expect him to launch more of these powerful strikes in the upcoming chapters, and when that happens, Sukuna will be weakened even further. JJK Chapter 250 shocked the fans towards the end. As the fight against Sukuna heated up even further, it was made clear in the story that Yuta was going to keep up his relentless attacks on the King of Curses. A very shocking event took place towards the end of the chapter when Yuta, after picking up a katana, used sky manipulation to distort space around him. He then closed in on the King of Curses, forcing him to block the katana with his hand. As soon as Sukuna grabbed the katana, Yuta utilized a powerful technique called Cleave. This was a surprise to both the fans and Sukuna himself. Cleave is an extension technique of Sukuna's very own innate technique that allows him to slice and dice his enemies. Using Cleave, Yuta was able to slice up Sukuna's arm and his face as well. Sukuna was shocked to know that Yuta was able to copy his own cursed technique, and he did so effortlessly in the chapter. While that is precisely where the chapter ended, it set up great things in the fight to come, and fans are excited to see how Yuta continues his assault from here onwards. Using the power of Cleave, he has already done tremendous damage to Sukuna, and he will likely be looking to continue it as the fight goes on. It is safe to say that this fight has proven to be one of the very best in the culling game arc, and it is only going to get more exciting as it continues. With Sukuna completely on the back foot, fans should expect him to strike back soon. However, they should also keep in mind that Yuta does not intend to stop his assault at any given moment until Sukuna falls and Megumi is saved. Thank you guys for watching this video, and I will see you in the next video.